Well, it was once thought to be a conspiracy theory, even hyperbole, but now it's happening. Americans being fired and replaced with illegals. It's Monday, March 18th, 2024. I'm Stuart Allister. I start this segment with this from the Daily Wire. Elon Musk says America, quote, doomed, close quote, without a red wave in 2024. Now, why do you think Elon Musk would make such a statement? Is it possible that he sees the writing on the wall? Is it possible that he has been watching Democrats gut the middle class? Is it possible that he has seen the influx of illegals? Is it possible that the dilution of American blood, maybe that's the reason he said that? Because somebody needs to push back on this. He knows it, and so do you. All right, before we get into it, why don't you wreck that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and press that notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Perry, Iowa is about to change drastically, and not for the better. This week, Tyson Foods announced that it will be permanently closing its pork factory in Perry, killing around 1,200 jobs in a town of just 8,000 people. So as Perry residents struggle to cope with mass layoffs, Tyson Foods has its eyes on a different class of workers. The company is now offering new jobs to asylum seekers in other states like New York. Bloomberg says Tyson's tracking migrants in a massive database. They scroll through the data like Facebook. You see a worker you like, tap, hire. They even had a job fair.
So you were at a Tyson fair in New York City not so long ago where Tyson was basically making this pitch. What did you observe when you went there?
They created a database for these new asylum seekers in New York City. So these people would come in, they'd learn a little bit about the company, and for the most part, Tyson had already gone through their various details of their application. And so many of them, 17 the day I was there, and then another 70 a couple weeks later, went off to Tennessee to go start their new jobs as Tyson production workers.
Oh, and
So, for those of you who have not picked up on it, asylum seekers, that's the new buzz phrase, asylum seekers. You see, they're no longer illegal immigrants. No, they're not illegal at all. These are asylum seekers. And as long as they use that term, you can't touch them. And they're not illegal. How dare you call them illegal? These are asylum seekers. And we have a duty. We have a duty to allow as many as humanly possible. If that means flooding your sons' and daughters' schools, well.
jobs come with perks, not just health insurance. Tyson's also offering lawyers to its illegal alien workers and time off to attend immigration hearings. In 2034, of course, they're firing Americans and offering perks to illegals. This was the Democrat plan all along.
Well, first of all, let's just say we are a nation of immigrants. 400.
Let me stop her right there. We are not a nation of immigrants. We are a nation of settlers. For those of you who are sitting in the back row and you don't understand the difference, let me explain it to you. You see, immigrants come into an already structured infrastructure. See, things are already moving. Things are already built up. We already have laws in place. In other words, there are already housing tracts and roads and such. You see, when an immigrant comes in, they come into that. Settlers, on the other hand, didn't have that benefit. No, the settlers had to pave those roads. Settlers had to build those tracking homes. Settlers had to draft new laws. You see the difference between an immigrant and a settler? See, this land was conquered. Period. End of story. Now, they don't like that, but that is the truth.
60,000 open jobs today. Wow. I have 5,000 farm jobs that I need filled so we can plant the crops.
Vegetables would rot in the ground if they weren't being picked by many immigrants, many illegal immigrants.
You see, even in Florida, some of the farmers and the growers saying, why are you shipping these
Is she drunk?
immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops.
We reached out to Tyson for comment, and they said they have a very diverse set of employees, and they're proud of it. Ohio Senator and author of Hillbilly Elegy, J.D. Vance, joins us now. I didn't think it was legal, Senator, to axe American workers and hire en masse illegal aliens.
Well, it shouldn't be, Jesse, and we're certainly going to look into whether we can change that, assuming Tyson is operating legally, which we don't even know if they are. We don't know the details of this. All we know, Jesse, is that they are firing American workers and hiring illegal aliens to replace them. This is the entire point of illegal immigration, and Republicans, we've got to hammer this point home. It reduces the wages of American workers by replacing American citizens with foreign laborers who are willing to work at slave wages. It has been the plan, as you said, from the beginning, and what this means is the eradication of the American dream. Every time an American is replaced with an illegal immigrant, it means that an American family loses a good family supporting wage. It means that American companies are literally replacing our own citizens with people who will work for slave wages. That is not capitalism or a market economy, Jesse. That is the decimation of the American middle class via illegal immigration, and it's happening all over the country.
And it's happening all over the country. You had Joe Biden busing illegals to wherever they wanted to go into the country. You had Joe Biden booking flights from their country of origin to the U.S. These are all asylum seekers. You see, that's what you got wrong. Don't you know that asylum seekers have a right? They have a right to, well, in some instances, well, replace you. I've said it several times that your country is being ripped right from under you. And Democrats figured with Joe Biden in charge, we'll be able to do it. It's never going to touch them. It's not like the Bidens are going to be touched by this. They're going to be just fine. It's not like the billionaire class. They're not going to be touched by this. But it is interesting to me that Elon Musk knows what's happening. And he is sounding the alarm. That this is bad for America. And so all of these black people that were rushing to the polls so they could vote for Joe Biden, you were voting for your own demise because now you are being replaced. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not sure that most Americans even know what's happening in the country. I mean, do you really think that you're going to get this kind of reporting from MSNBC? You really think that, Morning Joe is going to go over that? You really think that CNN is going to do a hardcore look at this? And by the way, even if they do, let's say that CNN actually does a piece on this, it's always going to be in the positive. It's a wonderful thing because, after all, these migrants are only coming here for bread and milk. It's kind of like, the black people who were, rioting and gutting Target and Walmart. They were looking for, bread and milk for their babies. That's all we wanted. When we saw that all the milk were gone, we just figured, okay, we'll just take a 4K TV instead. It's happening right now in front of you. Your country's being ripped from you. And you have willing participants, the media, CEOs. We are taking away the greatest invention in modern history. We're taking it away. That invention was called the middle class. And they are going to do everything in their power to rid this world of that class. God help us. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.